also Nitro C Nerds here. When I first got into this hobby, I got a kick out of the fact that people actually sat and watched others open a box of remote control parts. And I still don't really get the reason why people like it, but I figure if I can do one thing to maybe enhance the experience, it's staying true to the charter that I have, and that dictates you have these vehicles, you're going to have upgrades, you're going to have durability items that you need to employ, etc., etc. But what prefaces that is the need. In other words, the problem domain that you are trying to solve. So with these unboxings, I'll show you the items, but most importantly, I'm going to show you and explain exactly what it is that I'm trying to solve. Or if you prefer, let's check out what cool shit we got in the mail.
I'm saying I'm a double OG around this motherfucker.
Aluminum. Shelf Queen.
If they shady, they gon' get the 380 quickly. Then I'ma dip to the gambling spot. Put my 100 down with the big face and shake the spot. Kool-Aid, my nigga, who you thought it was? Coming with my game tight, trying to get right.
Like teal stripe, okay, I got it.
Yeah, what is it?
Alright, like that. Yep.
Hold it off. Oh, they finna get the guys game started.
I don't mind the sunshine.
Big
You niggas know my pyroclastic flow. You niggas know my pyroclastic flow. You niggas know my pyroclastic flow. It's R-A-W, R-A-W.
Hyper 7 doesn't have a lot of carbon fiber. I don't give a fuck.
Ready or not, here comes the boys from the south. Here comes.
Alright, so the first items that I got pertain to the Tamiya 801 XT. First would be a new fuel tank. Now this fuel tank here, it's fine, there's nothing in the world wrong with it. However, it will eventually give way, and when it does, bad things will happen because I'll just simply won't be able to get my engine tuned. So I've got one other new one, so I try to keep at least two new because I'm going to replace this pretty soon. It's getting close just based on protocol. Let's see, the next item that I got for it was rear drive shaft. Again, the drive shaft on this, it's fine. It might be a little bent. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's certainly not problematic. However, once again, they could go. I got our new front shaft as well a while back. So I did not currently have an extra rear shaft for this. So with this vehicle being discontinued and parts more and more difficult to find, everything that is 801 XT specific, I definitely want to focus on. So things like the tank, it'd be very difficult in my opinion to find a tank that's going to fit perfectly. You would think the drive shafts, but remember these are long. And a few other little things like that, but that's all. Just because I think so highly of this buggy, or this truggy, excuse me, I love it so much. I want to keep it a long time. I want to keep it kicking ass. The final thing just some diff houses, some new diff houses that I already had opened up there. Let's see. Now, ironically, the one thing I didn't order, it's going to take a little bit of analysis on my end, and I decided I'm going to get new rod ends, tie rods, and links and pivot balls. The reason for that is I had one of them bend, you can see. Now here's what's interesting. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. Alright, big, bulky, heavy, bent, not big and bulky, not heavy, didn't bend, tiny, little bit bulky, light, didn't bend. What that means, guys, this is titanium. That's some other form of steel, I don't know, aluminum, I guess. So, either way, I'm going to get a new set. And it won't be stock. I'm not sure if it's going to be titanium or not, but the one thing I do know is I'll definitely get, at least look at the Dubro rod ends, which you can see I'm rocking here on the 810. I really, really like these rod ends. They're light and durable. But there's really been a lot of things that I can say, you know, I've tried it and it's great, or I've tried it and no, it's not what people say, or it's not even needed. But I can say I've tried it. As an example, my beloved Losi 810, I've tried every upgrade to that that's on the market. I'm getting damn close to being like that with the Hyper 7. This is just how you educate yourself. Now, there's one quote-unquote upgrade to the Savage that I just implemented. And I can tell you it's something that I've wanted since the day I first opened this Savage. Now you can see here I've got the 17mm wheel hex hubs. And I say they're not needed because, again, I base everything on experience. And as far as the stock design, I went, I don't know what, 13, 14, 15 gallons using the stock design, never lost a tire, not once. So to me, that's a pretty good record. And I would say, you know, you can't get, I mean, you can only get so secure, right? It's either secure or it's not. And obviously, stock is secure in my experience. The reason I got this is because I change tires all the time. And I mean, I know people who have literally never changed the tires on their Savage. That's fine. If that's you, I wouldn't even worry about this. Unless you like the looks of it or whatever, you know. But other than that, there's no advantage at all. There's no performance. There's no durability, anything to that. You just have a lesser chance, in my opinion, of losing the pin or whatever because they come out. So these things right here, it's just like a normal, you know, I can change the wheels and you can see right here, these are on. Now, I haven't run it yet, so we'll see how that, you know, holds up, but I don't have to worry about a pin coming out or anything like that. So this is more from a ease of life, an ease of maintenance type thing, you know. Now, it is kind of cool to know that, yeah, I can begin selecting some tricked out hex hub caps for this, and better know I will because I am into my shelf queens. I just like the shelf queens that get busy. The downside, however, is the additional weight that's being added. And I mean, this is like serious additional weight. 2.5 ounce type stuff. I mean, which is a... Now, I'm a big believer in the roll test, so let's see what we got. We're looking for it, you know, for it to be smooth. I think that'll work. It does extend the wheelbase. In other words, it does bring the wheel out further horizontally. So I'm a little bit worried about bearing strain. You can see the amount that it extends it is, I don't know, it's probably about 2mm right there. It's from that cap on. So to be on. Use these little things. I never used them before, but I guess it helps it clamp. That's the whole idea. It defeats the purpose. All right, there we go. And now, as you can see, I'm rocking 17mm hex hub. Now I'm a big believer in the roll test, so let's see what we got. We're looking for it, for it to be smooth. I think that'll work. When it comes to engine bearings, need a little bit of advice, a little tip germane to the rear bearings, and that is, let my mistake be your intel, okay? Use it to your advantage. In other words, don't make the same mistake I did, and that is tempt fate by leaving your rear bearings out exposed. On a few of them I did that, and I kind of went in the back of them. I don't think that's good, the way the seal's off, the back end of it. And sure than hell, yeah, it's ruined the bearing. I mean, it's okay, but it's not new. And see, that's what I was wanting to put on. So, I mean, this is, I guess, in a pinch if I ever need one that's, it's probably as good as the one that's on there now, but shit, lesson learned. My goal for the steering system on all my vehicles is to not just maintain it, but to keep it not like new, but better than new. Now, this is all just, right? So let me tell you what it is that I do to ensure this. First thing I do to make it better like new is I reduce the slop. Slop is rarely confined to just one area. Okay, or at least the root cause is rarely, just directed at one specific area. Usually it's 10% this, 30% this, 50%, etc. I would say the biggest player in the slop arena would be the links. Second to that would be, if you're talking front steering, would be the bell cranks and the connection they have with the top plate. Usually there's a long shot right here. This thing's getting pretty damn close to being finished with respect to its rebuild, which means it'll be 100% focus on setups. That's what I find exciting, and I'll be more than happy to share the different setups. What I'll simply do is show you what it can do, and then say, by the way, here's its setup. This thing's getting pretty damn close to being finished with respect to its rebuild, which means it'll be 100% focus on setups. That's what I find exciting, and I'll be more than happy to share the different setups. What I'll simply do is show you what it can do, and then say, by the way, here's its setup. Shit. Alright, so speaking of my 810, I got two items. These would be engine bearings right here. Now, one thing kind of interesting about this, I am convinced that Horizon Hobby will not disclose the dimensions for these bearings. And that's because what they want is sucker chumps like myself to go and spend, 17 plus bucks from their retailers. Whereas if there were any sort of competition, I could get these probably in ceramic for 7 to 10 bucks. But anyways, this time though, I do have someone that's in the industry that's going to take a look at these, give me the exact dimensions, and make me a prototype set. So, no offense, Horizon Hobby, but you got to look out for yourself, right? Oh, and if it's a case that they do publish the dimensions, again, forgive me, I just haven't seen, and I have looked. Now remember, it does have to be from a credible source, so take that for what it's worth.